Hello everybody and welcome back to another blind commentary of Avatar: The Last Airbender Season 3, Episode 8, The Puppet Master. Oh my god, these titles are so awesome. These titles are really like, they are quite intriguing and they really, I don't know, the titles are really like something I really do enjoy. I really do like the titles since they actually have a lot of promise in them, so that's kinda cool. So, without further ado, I'm just a bit confused, so let's just immediately jump to it.
Earth. Fire.
It'll be fun to figure out today's question of the day.
Long ago, the four
Even though
nations
people
lived
really
together
rarely
in
answer
harmony.
those, but still, whatever.
Then, everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Only the Avatar, master of all four elements, could stop them. But when the world needed him most, he vanished. 100 years passed and my brother and I discovered the new Avatar, an airbender named Aang. And although his airbending skills are great, he has a lot to learn before he's ready to save anyone. But I believe Aang
This is
can
actually
save
already
the
getting on
world.
like a... This intro is already quite nostalgic. I know I'm kind of repeating that.
On Avatar.
Still,
You're looking at the only
It's kind of
waterbender
cute.
in the whole South Pole.
oh,
This ship has haunted my tribe since Grand was
wow,
a
this is
little
a
girl.
long callback.
It was part
Like,
of the
from
Fire
really
Nation's
long
first
ago.
attacks.
The
Huh,
legends say the
first
moon was
episode.
the first waterbender. Our ancestors saw how it pushed and pulled the tides and learned how to do it themselves.
Yep.
I've always noticed my waterbending is stronger at night. What are you doing? I'm making my own water.
We're gonna get... This will probably have something to do with controlling people. Or this could be actually where the bloodbending comes into play. Ha! I don't know. I just have that kind of... It feels like... I don't know. Especially because they talked a lot of... Or that our intro was about waterbending, so I really have a feeling it'll be about fire... bloodbending or something like that. Hello, Sokka.
It came into the torchlight.
You're as fun as ever.
The blade of Wing Fun was haunted!
I think I liked the man with the sword for a hand better.
Water tribe slumber parties must stink.
I really haven't commented on
I've
how
got one. And this
actually
is a
fun
true
those
Southern
like
Water tribe
Andy
story.
jokes actually
Is
are.
this one of those
They are
friend of my
something I can
cousin knew some
appreciate.
guy that this happened to stories?
No, it happened to Mom. One winter, when Mom was a girl, a snowstorm buried the whole village for weeks. A month later, Mom
Yeah.
realized she hadn't seen her friend Nini since the storm. So Mom and some others went to check on Nini's family. When they got there, no one was home. Just a fire flickering in the fireplace. While the men went out to search, Mom stayed in the house. When she was alone, she heard a voice.
It's so cold, and I can't get
Okay.
warm.
Mom turned and saw Nini standing by the fire. She was blue, like she was frozen. Mom ran outside for help.
Oh,
When
controlling
I
zombies,
back,
necromancy.
Nini was gone.
Where'd she go?
Necromancy,
No
huh?
one knows. Nini's house stands empty to this day. But sometimes people see smoke coming up.
Okay, sorry, I'm gonna have to pause because this whole puppet thing, Puppet Master, really asks quite a lot of questions. It could be controlling live people or dead people. It would be really easy to control dead people, considering that you would only have to replace their veins, the blood in their veins with water, and you could just bend that, and that would make it easy. Unethical, but easy. Or you could just, you know, bend the blood, but whatever.
In the chimney, like little Nini is still trying to get warm.
Okay.
Wait, guys, did you hear that? I hear people under the mountain, and they're screaming.
Nice try.
No, I'm serious. I hear something.
You're probably
Okay.
just Jumpy from the ghost stories.
It just stopped. All right, now I'm getting scared.
Hello, children.
Oh, hello. As an old lady.
Sorry to frighten you.
She
My
looks
name
like
is
a...
Hama. You children shouldn't be out in the forest.
Like,
by
she looks like
yourselves at night.
she's from
I
Waterdrive.
have an inn nearby.
Kinda.
Why don't you come back there
I don't
with
know.
some spiced tea and
It feels
cornbread?
like that.
Yes, please.
Whatever. That's... Well, she's definitely the big bad of this episode, so...
Thanks for letting us stay here tonight. You have a lovely inn.
Aren't you sweet? You know, you should be careful. People have been disappearing in those woods you were camping in.
What do you mean disappearing?
When the moon turns full, people walk in
Okay.
and they don't come out. Who wants more tea?
Okay.
Don't worry, you'll all be completely safe here. Why don't I show you to your rooms and you can get a good night's rest?
At least she's welcoming. I mean, she's friendly. Oh, that's nice, Reed.
I know, Momo. This place is creepy.
Why are you
I don't
keeping
know
your
if I'm
sword
gonna
that
be
far
able to fall
away?
asleep.
You should probably keep... You should probably keep your sword, like, under your pillow. At least that's what I do with knives, usually.
Wakey, wakey. Time to go shopping.
Oh, shopping! Mm-hmm.
That Mr. Yao seems to have a thing for you. Maybe we should go back and see if he'll give us some free Komodo sausages.
You would have me use my feminine charms to take advantage of that poor man? I think you and I are going to get along swimmingly.
You won't have any ash bananas till next
Okay.
week? Well, I have to send the boy to Hinghwa Island
Ash
to get them,
bananas.
and it's a 2-day trip. Oh, right.
Those must have
Tomorrow's
a
the full moon.
good, great amount of
Exactly.
coal.
We can't lose another delivery boy in the woods.
People disappearing in the woods.
Interesting.
Weird stuff during full moons. This just reeks of spirit world shenanigans.
I bet
Of
if we
course.
take a little walk around town, we'll find out what these people did to the environment to make the spirits mad.
And then you can sew up this little mystery lickety-split, Avatar style.
Helping people. That's what I do.
Well,
Why don't you all
that's
take
my
those
life.
things back to the inn? I just have to run a couple more errands. I'll be back in a little while.
This is a mysterious little town you have here.
Mysterious town for mysterious children.
Huh. Intriguing.
That Hama seems a little strange. Like she knows something. Or she's hiding something.
That's ridiculous. She's a nice woman who took us in and gave us a place to stay. She kind of reminds me of Gran.
But what
Yeah.
did she mean by that comment, mysterious children?
Gee, I don't know. Maybe because she found 4 strange kids camping in the woods at night? Isn't that a little mysterious?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a look around.
I do actually prefer when Sokka lets his hair down. He looks
Sokka, what are you doing? You can't just
he
snoop
looks a
around
lot
someone's house.
cuter.
It'll be fine.
We could be home any minute.
Oh, that's kind of snooping.
Sokka,
Oh,
your
and now
dad
you
is all in trouble,
now he'll
and
walk
this is
into the
just plain
room
rude.
full of torture
I'm not
devices.
finished yet. Come on!
Or puppets, I suppose. That's
Okay, that's pretty creepy.
no,
So
it's not.
She's got a hobby. There's nothing weird about that.
Yeah.
Sokka, you've looked enough. Hama will be back soon.
I mean, puppets ain't
Just an
strange by
ordinary
no means.
puppet-loving innkeeper, huh? Then why does she have a locked door up here?
Probably to keep people like you from snooping through her stuff.
We'll see. It's empty except for a little chest.
Maybe it's treasure. Sokka, what are you doing?
Oh, that's
You're breaking into a private room.
yeah.
I
That's
have to
just.
see what's in there.
You could just wait and ask. You
We
know,
shouldn't
that's
be doing this.
yeah. You shouldn't.
Maybe there's a key here somewhere.
Oh, hand it over.
Oh,
Come
clever,
on, come on.
clever.
Isn't as easy as
Yeah.
it looks.
Guys, I don't know about this.
This is crazy.
That's cool.
I'm leaving.
I actually think that since considering most of the locks are made from metals, I think like Toph wouldn't have any trouble bending like even those precious metals like gold and silver, because they are actually easier to bend than metal, so I mean iron, for example. So I bet she could actually just go like bend that away from them, or just open the lock with bending.
Suit yourself. Do it tough.
There are literally limitless possibilities with bending.
I'll tell you what's in the box.
Okay. Well, there's nothing bad there, definitely. Yeah, it's just a... As I said,
An old comb?
she's from Water Tribe.
It's my greatest treasure. It's the last thing I owned from growing up in the Southern Water Tribe.
Called it! So yeah.
From the Southern Water Tribe?
Just like you.
How did you know?
I heard you talking around your campfire.
But why didn't you tell us?
I wanted to surprise you. I bought all this
Cute.
food today so I could fix you a big Water Tribe dinner. Of course, I can't get all the ingredients I need here, but ocean kumquats are a lot like sea prunes if you stew them long
Cute.
enough.
Right. I knew I felt a bond
That's
with you
kind
right
of
away.
adorable.
And I knew you were keeping a secret, so I guess we're both right. But I'm sorry we were sneaking around.
Apology accepted.
That's
Now
lovely.
let's get cooking.
There's still... Well, it's only halfway through, so there's definitely something worse going. Cute. There's still something bad going on.
I'd steer clear of the sea prunes.
I thought they were ocean kumquats.
Close enough.
Who wants 5-flavor soup?
Oh, hey, look. That's...
You're a waterbender. I've never met another waterbender from our tribe.
That's because
Oh, it's
the
the-
Fire Nation wiped them all out.
I have a feeling
was the
it's going to be
last
bloodbending.
So how did you end
Oh,
up out
God.
here?
I was stolen from my home. It was over 60
Well, she's
years
cute.
ago when the raid started.
Oh boy. Well, you know, in war you rape and pillage, so you kill the men and take the women and children. I suppose there's nothing amoral. I mean, there's nothing surprising about that. It's amoral, of course, but it's nothing you shouldn't expect.
They came again and again, each time rounding up more of our waterbenders and taking them captive. We did our best to hold them off, but our numbers dwindled as the raids
Cute.
continued.
That's awesome.
Finally, I too was captured.
That's kind of incredible that they
I
managed
was
to
led away in
held off
chains.
for so long.
The last waterbender of
Cool.
the Southern Water Tribe.
That's cool.
They put us in terrible prisons here in the Fire Nation. I was the only one who managed to escape.
How did you get away? And why did you stay in the Fire Nation?
I'm sorry. It's too painful to talk about anymore.
We completely understand.
Hmm.
We lost our mother in a raid.
She's evil. She's evil as fuck. She's going to be
I
body.
can't tell you what it means to meet you. It's an honor. You're a hero.
I never
No.
thought I'd meet another
Oh
Southern Water
no!
Bender.
That's
I'd like
no.
to teach you what I know, so you can
Oh.
carry on the Southern tradition when I'm gone.
The Southern tradition of bloodbending.
Yes, of
Oh my
course.
god, there will be something
about my
awful
heritage.
going on.
It would mean
Oh, boy.
everything to me.
Oh, it's very yeah, she's evil. She's evil
But that's
as
how
fudge. Oh,
Waterbenders are totally at home surrounded by snow and ice and seas. But as you probably noticed on your travels, that isn't the case wherever you go.
I know. When we were stranded in the desert, I
using
felt like there
blood
was
as a
almost
weapon.
nothing I
Oh,
could do.
that's definitely what will
That's
come
why
up
you have
now.
to learn to control water wherever it exists.
I've even used my own sweat for waterbending.
That's very resourceful, Katara. You're thinking like a true master. But did you know you can even pour water out of thin air?
Oh yeah, well, that's natural. There's moisture in air,
You've
so...
got to keep an open mind, Katara. There's water in places you never think about.
Even in food, like...
This has got to be the nicest
Hmm.
natural setting in the Fire Nation. I
Oh,
don't see anything that would
I
make
have a
a
really
spirit
bad
mad
feeling
around
about
here.
this.
Maybe the moon spirit just turned mean.
The moon spirit is a gentle, loving lady. She rules the sky with compassion and lunar goodness.
Excuse me, sir. Can you tell us anything about the spirit that's been stealing people?
Only one man ever saw it and lived, and that's Old Man Ding.
Where does Old Man Ding live?
Wow.
I kind of like
These
that
flowers-
apathetic look on Toph.
They're called fire lilies. They only bloom a few weeks a year,
Hmm.
but they're one of my favorite things about living here. And like all plants and all living things, they're filled with water.
I met a waterbender who lived in a swamp and could control the vines by bending the water inside.
You can take it even further.
And they just died.
That was incredible! It's a shame about the lilies, though.
They're just flowers. When you're a waterbender in a strange
As I knew.
land, you do what you must.
I
to
called it.
survive.
She's evil.
Tonight I'll teach you the ultimate technique of waterbending. It can only be done during the full moon, when your
Oh,
bending
boy.
is at its peak.
But
It's
isn't that dangerous? I thought people have been disappearing around here during the full moon.
I know what this is. This is...
To
Oh,
master waterbenders beneath a full moon, I don't think we have anything to worry about.
oh boy, this is awful. You can literally drain the life away from people with freaking
Old
waterbending.
Man Ding?
Huh? Oh, dead, blame it. What? Can't you see I'm busy? Got a full moon rising. And why does everyone call me that? I'm not that old. Well, I'm young
Okay.
at heart. Not ready to get snapped up by some moon monster yet, at least.
We wanted to ask you about that.
Did you get a good look at the spirit that took you?
Didn't see no spirit. Just felt something come over me, like I was possessed. Forced me to start walking toward the mountain.
Yeah, it's definitely bloodbending.
Tried to
Oh
fight
boy.
it, but I couldn't control my own limbs. It just about had me into a cave up there. And I looked up at the moon for what I thought would be my last glimpse of light. But then the sun started to rise, and I got control of myself again. I just hightailed it away from that mountain as quick as I could.
Why would a
Oh, boy.
spirit want to take people to a mountain?
Oh no! I did hear people screaming under the mountain. The missing villagers must still be there.
Oh yeah, that quite clever, I must say. Clever girl. That's a very good build-up, actually.
I can hear them. They're this way.
Oh, Toph, you are such a lovely
You
asset.
Feel the power the full moon
Asset.
brings. For generations, it has blessed waterbenders with its glow, allowing us to do incredible things.
Oh my, that's disgusting.
I've never felt more alive.
This is the place.
I can't see anything down
I mean, you could
That's
use
why you have me. Let's go.
you could use waterbending to buff yourself up and increase your muscle strength, I suppose, as well. But that's definitely not what they are going to do. Stuff being usual herself.
I didn't know that spirits made prisons like this. Who brought you here?
It was no spirit.
It was a witch.
A witch? What do you mean?
She seems like a normal old woman, but she controls people like some dark puppet master.
Hama.
Yes, the innkeeper.
I knew there was something creepy about her.
We have to stop Hama!
I'll get these people out of here. You go.
Alright.
What I'm about to show you, I discovered in that wretched Fire Nation prison. The guards were always careful to keep any water away from us. They piped in dry air and had us suspended away from the ground. Before giving us any water, they would bind our hands and feet so we couldn't bend. Any sign of trouble was met with cruel retribution. And yet each month I felt the full moon enriching me with its energy. There had to be something I could do to escape. Then I realized that where there is life, there is water. The rats that scurried across the floor of my cage were nothing more than skins filled with liquid. And I passed years developing the skill that would lead to my escape.
Oh god.
Bloodbending.
Hey! Look at that!
Controlling the water
I
in
got that
the
like
body,
one season.
enforcing your own will over theirs. Once I had mastered the rats, I was ready for the men. And during the next full moon, I walked free for the first time in decades. My cell unlocked by the very guards assigned to keep me in. Once you perfect this technique, you can control anything or anyone.
But to reach inside someone and control them? I don't know if I want that kind of power.
The choice is not yours. The power exists. And it's your duty to use the gifts you've been given to win this war. Katara, they tried to wipe us out, our entire culture. Your mother.
I know.
Then you should understand what I'm talking about. We're the last waterbenders of the Southern Tribe. We have to fight these people whenever we can. Wherever they are, with any means necessary.
It's you. You're the one who's making people disappear during the full moons.
They threw me in prison to rot, along with my brothers and sisters. They deserve the same. You must carry on my work.
I won't. I won't use bloodbending, and I won't allow you to keep terrorizing this town.
It's exactly as disgusting as I know.
The technique before you turned against me. It's impossible to fight your way out of my grip. I control every muscle, every vein in your body.
Oh god, that's disgusting.
Stop, please. You're not the only one who draws power from the moon. My bending is more powerful than yours, Hama. Your technique is useless on me.
Cool. Hey, look, it's exactly that kind of sparring that they have done. That's kind of cool. That's a good call. Sweet. Oh boy.
We know what you've been doing, Hama.
Give up! You're outnumbered!
No. You've outnumbered yourselves.
Katara, look out! That's like my brain has a mind of its own! Stop it, Arm! Stop it!
This feels weird!
I'm sorry, Aang.
It's okay!
I'm sorry. It's okay. It's cool. It's cool.
Don't hurt your friends, Katara. And don't let them hurt each other.
Oh gosh. Well, she learned it quick. Oh my.
be locked away forever.
My work is done. Congratulations, Katara. You're a bloodbender.
Well, first off, fucking called it! Oh my, oh wow, that, oh gosh, okay. Uh, well, that was a lot more disturbing than I had thought. Oh, huh. I hadn't actually considered how, oh, oh, oh god, I feel really uneasy. This is, I feel like, I feel really bad, like, oh, that was exactly as disgusting as it should have been. It was, oh gosh, ah, I almost feel ill. Although after watching Higurashi, that isn't like as disgusting or tense as it could have been, but like, oh man, that's, jeez, that's really quite something. Oh god, I don't, okay, so first off, yes, it's an amazing episode. Oh boy, I was kind of sad, disappointed that I called it, but they handle it so well that I'm actually very happy that I called it. So I was actually prepared for this, but I'm really happy that how they handle it, because it's totally immoral to do that. Like, that was just like, that whole bending was just blatantly disgusting. Like, it was unnatural, and I really applaud them to going like this to make this so twisted and dark. I don't think like this is meant for children. Jeez, I don't know how kids could handle this. Oh god, that's, I mean, actually I do. Kids are naive, so they just think that, oh, she's an evil witch. But the implications are so much worse. Oh my gosh. Oh boy, I really enjoyed this, but it was really, really, oh man, it's, I mean, I have watched a lot of horror, gore, and I have studied on, I have studied on, what are those torture methods and such. I have seen a lot of bad things, and I know a lot of bad things, so this isn't like, this isn't really even up there, all things considered. Like, I do know how the actual brainwashing process would go, and this is just basically just controlling bodies, and it's not it's not that hard to do. And actually, there's modern day like equipment that can actually do that, but they do that with electric shocks that control your muscles. It's quite different. Oh man, okay, I'm still feeling uneasy. Oh god, this. So first off, even though it was it was a little mystery. Again, they actually really well like built these climaxes so that they escalate at the center point of the episode, and after that the mood completely has changed, and they like, it feels like the episodes are always like cut in two parts, and the parts between, and they feel really, really drastically different. Like, the first half was really just building up the mystery, and building up the character of that old woman. And the second half was just blatantly trying to solving the mystery and solving the nature of the woman. So I really like that's a really interesting pacing technique. This two-part episode, or this what is it called? I can't remember. I can't remember what this pacing method is called, but it's basically splitting the story into two distinguishable parts. I really do like it because it really gives a sense. It gives a good sense when things have changed. I really did like this episode. Not only because I freaking called it, but it was handled really well. I like how that bloodbending was handled, and it makes a lot of sense. And I especially like how jagged the movement was. Like, they seemed like puppets when they were under control, and that's exactly what it should be, because when you're controlling the blood in their veins, you can't actually like control them like normal humans control them very accurately. Human movement is actually a very complicated machinery, but you can't control it that simply. I wonder how painful that would actually be, and this really gives me some macabre ideas of bending applications for torture methods and just basically wartime methods of. I really have commented on this, like, or rather I have replied to some comments where I have talked about the possibilities, but you could easily use bending as a very effective torture methods, and just as a basic, like, even more effective weapons than they have already. And I'm actually gonna go talk about that in another video probably, but it's a very good idea. Like, oh man, this was really, it was messed up. It's not the most messed up thing I've seen, but it's the most messed up thing in this series so far. It also, one of the things I really do like about this episode is that it shows that even though she was from Water Tribe and she's from the good guys, she is by no means good. She's very amoral. She's very evil. I like that aspect, even though because that means it really shows that in war there are no good and bad, there are only shades of grey, and it's understandable why she would do what she does. But I mean, it's understandable. It's not sympathetic, but it's understandable at the very least. Oh god, it was really well. I was not prepared for that. I really understand why you guys have really hyped up this episode, though. Oh man, it was quite the payoff, though. I wonder how long it was since I called that, like, bloodbending possibility. Oh well, I really did like this episode. And it was cool. And this actually does drive the plot forward as well, since now Katara has stained her hands with something just blatantly evil. Okay, not blatantly evil, but like something that is definitely more evil than just bending it itself. I wonder if that'll come into play later. I mean, it definitely will, though. The series creators are not stupid by any means, and they really have a way of making things return, so this is by no means a pointless episode. It's also, not only does it have a really good story building aspect, it gives a lot of character development for both, well, mostly for Katara, though. Oh my god, we have had so much character development for Katara in this past few episodes. That's a surprise. Although some of those have actually devalued her in my eyes. Yeah, I really did like this. It was kind of cool, and the fact that Katara really gave in to the dark side. That's how freaking corny am I. I really do like that. It's really, really cool, but geez, that was unbearably disgusting to watch. Made even worse by the fact that I have actually, like, I mean, it's not like there were parasites in your blood, but still. It's a really good episode. Oh my god, this will be a freaking long. I want to still go this by scene by scene. I want to really emphasized the really build up in the beginning half was really good for the whole climax of the second half. It's really good. So let's go throughout this. It was very clear that they would talk about waterbending since, well, they showed basically just about waterbending. And also here they emphasized the moon part. And that's very important for the whole bending aspect. And then, since this was a very suspenseful episode and it was very creepy and it could be classified as horror, this whole campfire part here was actually very good build up to the whole mood of the episode. So that's kind of nice. And also we got this moment with Toph actually calling out the future. Like, it was a really cool build up to the end. And that I like that. Because that's building. Yeah. I wonder why they didn't like call it out that she had heard them talk. They didn't actually figure that out, but whatever. You can't fault them for that. It's actually very noticeable, like here, that Katara is like immediately drawn to her, like she is familiar with her. And I must say, this Sokka looks a lot better with his hair down. It would have been kind of funny if, like, she woke up Yang. Oh, that's an expression on Katara. It would have been kind of funny if, like, she woke up Aang and saw the arrows. That would have caused quite a lot of questions. Whatever. This was a very good, like, build up to the whole thing that people have been gone missing, and that's this episode. They really have stepped up the pacing so that it's really damn good. Unfortunately, due to the nature of the whole series as overall, the really overall pacing of the pacing of the overall series is very hard to judge. But considering that it's a travel series, that's not such an important part. What matters are the seasons, finales, and big openings, and they are done amazingly well so far. Continuing, this was actually a very good build-up. I also, yeah, I didn't. This was pretty cool that I also called that she was a waterbender, but whatever. This whole conversation here was kind of cool, and we got to see more of this history and the horrors of the Fire Nation. And this actually makes the Fire Nation seem a lot more humane, since they captured the waterbenders alive. I have to wonder why, though. I mean, it does make sense for them to capture them to be either used as bargaining chips in the future or as potential assets in the war. Or rather, also the possibility is what Zozen, God, I can't remember his name. That's a bit of a shame. But like, it actually does make a lot of sense that they would actually, instead of just blatantly coming and killing everybody, like bombing it full of fire and brimstone, that would be very easy for them to just bombard the whole city to ashes, or those towns. But it does make sense for them to capture the waterbenders instead and leave the other people alive there, because they want to disable them instead of just blatantly destroying them, because they do not want to destroy, they want to conquer, and they want to spread their wealth to every other city as well, or every nation rather. And so it would make sense that they wouldn't actually just kill everybody, which would have been extremely easy. So the capture aspect does make a lot of sense. Not only because it actually makes them a lot more humane, but also because it also shows that they maybe think it could be possible that the Fire Nation thought that they would be able to use waterbenders as war assets later on, once they, maybe, unlikely, but maybe. It's a possibility in war. If you actually would start start brainwashing them, I'd say, but still, that's interesting. But I think the whole point is they wanted to conquer them, and once they have conquered the whole world, they would have released them back there and hoped that they wouldn't rebel, and showed that they only wanted to, bring their glory to every nation. So in that way, they are actually spreading good. They just go about it in a really bad way. No, the message is lost on the people. Oh wow, that was a long tangent. Oh, whatever. So yeah, that's a story, I'd say. This whole aspect, like, that you could draw like something from everything, like from the body, like, really does make it so like, oh my god, you could actually bend ice now. Oh my god, that's disgusting. Why did I think of that? I seriously hope I didn't. Do I have to censor that? Probably not. Don't think about what I said. That's disgusting. But that's kind of cool that you could actually use the moisture in the air to create water. I mean, Katara would have probably learned that eventually, but it's cool that now that she actually knows that, she can use that very easily. And although she would kill plants, she could also use the water in them. That's also kind of cool. I do like that. Oh, but blood in people, that's still really... Oh boy. I mean, if I was a waterbender, oh fuck yeah, I would do that. Yeah, I would so much do that. And I would be so much crueler. But that's because I'm an amoral ass hat. Then this... Yeah, this is the... Just tracing the clues, and then... this whole thing that they can feel the moon powering them up. It's an interesting thing, since it's there in mysticism. There's a lot of like discussion about this lunar energy and how moon does empower people who are nocturnal. That's kind of interesting. The captured people. That's kind of interesting that even though she captures them, she's merciful and apparently keeps them well fed. So that's kind of interesting. And then this whole build up to how she learned to bloodbend is really cool. I really do like this whole culmination, and especially how the guard looked really in pain. That must have been incredibly painful. That's really cool. I really do like the whole bloodbending aspect and how disgusting it is made. And yeah, this whole fight scene was... It's been a while since we saw Waterbender versus Waterbender, and they handled it so well. It was really awesome to fight. It was really awesome fight, and it showed how creative the bending and the actual fight choreography in the series is. And I really do like that aspect. Like, the fights are by no means boring. I've been actually recently just continued. I have gone back to watch like the Dragon Ball Z Abridged, and I have noticed like how actually boring the fights are in terms of choreography, I mean. So it gives a huge aspect to how entertaining the fights are, because they are of pleasure to behold, because they are interesting to look. There are so many things happening, and it's very interesting to look at it. I just freaking love the fight choreography. And then this whole aspect that Katara technically was bloodbending because she kind of bent her own blood so that she couldn't be controlled, or rather she asserted her control over it, but whatever. But yeah, this whole fight was amazing. And then this like, you have outnumbered yourselves. Oh man, that was badass. Capital B-S. Bass. What? She was bass? Whatever. It was really awesome. That was cool. So yeah, and then this whole combination was and then how this whole like Katara has now tainted her hands. That's really cool. So I have nothing further to add about this episode. So, in conclusion, it's a very amazing episode. I really enjoyed it. It's so cool, and I'm really happy that I actually called it. And I called quite a few other things, but I really do. It's so great. It's so amazing. It's a very good episode. This is definitely one of the best episodes, just in terms of what it means in story-wise and lore-wise. How this relates back to the whole world-building aspect, and Katara in particular. it's really intriguing and it's really interesting and really enjoyable. I just love it so much. It's a really good episode. Yeah, it's definitely in the top 5. Oh man, there are so many good episodes. I'm gonna have to make a top 5 list at some point and explain my reasons for that. Okay, but yeah, I have nothing else to add. Like, it's a really good episode. I mean, it's a really slow burn on the other hand, but I think they were just building up atmosphere, and in my opinion, they built it up really well. And as per usual, please do answer the question of the day. Leave your own thoughts and comments down below, like what did you think of the episode and why do you think in particular way? Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Was it disgusting? Was it amazing? Was it cool? Was it intriguing? Was it bad? But please, what I require most of you, what I require or what I would enjoy most is why do you feel a certain way about the episode? I try to explain my own views as well as I can, but I am really incoherent with my rambles. But it's that time again, so as per usual, I thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. Stay awesome. Have a great day. Ganmu out.